Hello and welcome back to manvfilm. It is August already and I have 10 fantastic movies that you can watch this month. And you know what? Let's just dive straight into these terrific films. Number 10, Days of Thunder. Coming off a successful open wheels career, Cole Trickle is recruited by a used car salesman, Tim Dayland, to be his driver in the NASCAR Cup Series. After proving his talent, he is paired with legendary former crew chief Harry Hogg. Through the tumultuous rookie debut and the lack of team chemistry, Cole confides in Harry in order to find success in a sport he knows very little about. A lot of people talk about Top Gun as being a great movie. I think Tony Scott and Tom Cruise's best work is in Days of Thunder, a fantastic driving movie that has edge of the seat racing sequences along with some fantastic laugh out loud, just fun interactions between the drivers. The standout moment for me is Robert Duvall talking to a car, telling it what he is going to do to it, because he's the master mechanic. Incredibly fun, just wonderful. Number 9, After Midnight. For small town bar owner Hank, his 10-year relationship with Abby has been storybook quality. Abby, however, wants more, marriage to be exact, which Hank doesn't seem ready to initiate anytime soon. As a result, she leaves him without so much as a note or any subsequent communication. Hank is crushed. Even worse, Abby's departure seemingly triggers the arrival of an unseen monster that claws at Hank's front door at night. This is a wonderfully low budget and introversial horror movie that really tackles a relationship with adding a little bit of a monster spin to it. I really did like this one, but it's not for everybody. If it's your kind of movie, you're going to find a lot here that's really worthwhile in checking out. I think there's some great performances. I really like the evolution of the relationship, even though it's kind of romanticised by our main character and you're not getting everything that possibly went wrong. But After Midnight offers some real surprises and fun moments, as well as some good dramatic moments, as long as you're willing to work with it. Number 8, The Comedy of Terrors. Waldo Trumbull is an amoral undertaker in 19th century New England who takes to murdering people to have enough cash to support his drinking habit. Desperate for money after a widow stiffs him for a burial, Trumbull and his assistant Gilly decide to kill the wealthy Mr. Black, their landlord, to whom they are indebted. But murdering Black proves to be quite the challenge, as he seems to keep recovering from death every time they murder him, seemingly. A Comedy of Terrors is fantastic. It has the most wonderful cast ever, who are all playing really strongly to their strengths. It is riotously funny, it is infectious, it has a kind of stage play feel to it as these people bumble about trying to make things happen but never quite succeeding, almost spoofing themselves along the way. Comedy of Terrors is ideal afternoon viewing. If you're looking for something fun, engaging, with amazing performances from horror royalty, you'll find it here. Number 7, Anaconda. A film crew headed by anthropologist Stephen Cale and director Terry Flores journey through a river to find a mysterious Indian tribe and shoot a documentary on them. They save a guy called Paul from a sinking boat. He offers to help in their search for the tribe, but he is actually a snake hunter looking for the legendary anaconda giant snake. And when Cale is bitten by some tropical insect, Paul takes over the boat. Anaconda is almost pedestrian. It has some good effects, it has some fun sequences, but this movie is elevated by one performance. And that performance is by Jon Voight, who is chewing every inch of scenery that he possibly can. It is one of the most over-the-top, ridiculous, but fantastic performances I think I've ever seen. I do like Anaconda a lot. I think the second one's better, but this one has Jennifer Lopez, Jon Voight, Eric Stoltz, Ice Cube, Owen Wilson, a great cast, giant snakes, and that wonderful performance. Number 6, True Fiction. Avery Malone, a wannabe writer and lonely librarian, gets her big break when she's hand-selected to assist her hero, reclusive author
Caleb Conrad. Whisked away to Caleb's remote estate, Avery is given her one and only task: to participate in controlled psychological experiments in fear that will serve as the basis for Caleb's next novel. This is a wonderful low-budget horror with a great idea. You know, sometimes it's hard to get two people into a building when it's just them from a story point of view, but here, as a writer and a research assistant, it gives them a good reason to be isolated. And as these psychological experiments continue, you really do get the flip-flop of, is this for a story? Is he a serial killer looking for his next victim? Will she be able to fight back? It's wonderfully twisting and turning and really exciting. Number 5, Force 10 from Navarone. In the darkest days of World War II, Hitler's armies are storming through Europe. But US Colonel Barnaby plots to strike crippling blow to the brutal Nazi forces. To succeed, he'll need the help of the most skilled and lethal soldiers in the world, the Force 10 squad, fresh from its triumphant mission at Navarone. But when the team's plan goes awry in a firestorm of blistering battles, Barnaby's squad and hard-drinking Major Mallory are forced to devise a new and even more dangerous scheme to attack the Nazi war machine. Force 10 from Navarone is a very late sequel to The Guns of Navarone. It has a terrific and wonderful cast. It feels very much like a Sunday afternoon movie as you have men on a mission, you've got Nazis as the bad guys, always someone to really root against. You've got amazing performances from character actors like Richard Kiel and Franco Nero, and it just has great interplay between the characters, wonderful set pieces, and does the job expertly well of just keeping you entertained. Number 4, Hollow Man. After years of experimentation, brilliant but arrogant scientist Sebastian Kane has discovered a way to make matter invisible. Determined to achieve the ultimate breakthrough, Kane pushes his team to move to the next phase, using himself as the subject. Kevin Bacon as Kane and Paul Verhoeven's really underrated but kinda not movie from the 2000s. It has the most amazing invisibility scenes ever as you see the skin fading away, then the muscles, then you need to see it. It's just truly wonderful. It's a movie that tackles the psychological breakdown of someone who feels that they are above everyone else in the form of this scientist who is generally smarter than most other people. Really fun, one that was kind of derived when it came out, but I think it needs reappraisal. Number 3, Phase 4. After a spectacular but mysterious cosmic event, ants undergo rapid evolution and develop a cross-species hive mind to build strange towers and geometrically perfect designs in the desert. Except for one family, the local human pollution flees the strangely acting ants. Scientist James and Ernest set up a computerized lab in a sealed dome located in an area of significant ant activity in Arizona. Soon, the two groups come to war. Saul Bass's sole directorial effort is suitably bonkers. Ants versus human in warfare. And it's wonderful. I don't really know how else to sell that to you. If you're not interested in that, you really should be. It's as bonkers as it sounds. It's got some wonderfully strange photography, ideas, the way it's executed. It's a particularly weird movie, but I think it's one that you must see. Number 2, Vivarium. A young couple is thinking about buying their starter home, and to this end they visit a real estate agency where they are received by a strange sales agent who accompanies them to a new, mysterious, particular house development to show them a single family home. There they get trapped in a surreal, maze-like nightmare. Imogen Poots and Jesse Eisenberg are the young couple, and this is one of those really mind-bending, twisting movies that is going to be hard to really explain. This couple are taken to a house, the sales agent disappears, and they discover that they can't leave this neighbourhood. Everything looks the same. As they try to walk a straight path, they end up right back at their front door again. And one day they wake up and there's a box outside their house with a baby inside saying, "Raise this child and maybe will let you go. And that's just the start of this weird and bonkers movie that has such a wonderful, unique tale that I think you shouldn't read anything about it. You shouldn't know any more than I've just told you, and you should go into this one and check it out. You should love this. Number 1, Dave Made a Maze. Dave is an artist who has yet to complete anything significant in his career, and he builds a fort in his living room out of pure frustration, only to wind up trapped by the fantastical pitfalls, booby traps and critters of his own creation. Ignoring his warnings, Dave's girlfriend Annie leads a band of oddball explorers on a rescue mission. One of the most creative movies I think I've ever seen. Everything is built out of cardboard and it's wonderful. It's one of these small box mazes in his living room, but when people enter it, they enter a vast labyrinth-like world full of amazing creatures, booby traps and all kinds of things. It's so creative. It hurts the brain to think of people being able to do this. It's wonderfully unique, it's stylized, it's funny, it's inventive, and I really want people to check this one out because I think they're going to love it if they just watch it. I'd love to know your thoughts on this one. There we have it. I hope you find something in amongst those 10 movies that you really want to check out, or something that just makes you excited about being a film fan. Of course, if there's something I have missed off my list, or something that you think should have been on it, let me know in the comment box below and I may check it out and it might make it onto my list next month. As always, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.